loves, welcome back. It's finally done, the cardigan. It's like a because we're in the warmer months now, so it's nice to have a meshy look cardigan. This is Tunisian crochet, so you can make this also with crochet mesh stitches. So with this tutorial, it's going to be a large size, so I'm doing a large size for this tutorial. Okay, so I didn't use much yarn. I got the whole packet of 10, so I only used 5 yarns. And so I used the 100% acrylic yarn. It's 10-ply yarn. It's from Summer Stash yarn. It's from Oz Yarns. They're online, so ozyarns.com.au. It's here in Australia, so it's medium 4 weight yarn. Hope you can see that. Yep, it's in the color Sage as well, so very nice color. You can use obviously different color you want. I used 5 of those for the large size. And what also you need is a normal crochet hook, the 6mm crochet hook, and this is for the ribbing, so, and for the edges as well, and a 6mm Tunisian crochet hook with a cable. You need scissors, you need a darning needle, needles or blocking for the blocking needles for the blocking, and some stitch markers. Okay, and your pattern to follow along with this very nice tutorial. It's very it's a springy look cardigan. Okay, so I will see you once you get your tools, and meet me back for the tutorial. Okay everyone, so let's get your Tunisian hook. I'm going to make a swatch for now, and so you can get the hang of the stitch. It's very easy. So we're going to use the 6mm Tunisian hook, if you can see that, yep, with the cable. So for my back panel I chained 106. Okay, so for this swatch I'm going to chain 17, so chain an odd number actually, so 107 for my my back panel. Okay, so we'll chain 17 just for a swatch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Okay, now we can count back 3 chains, so 1 2 3, and you insert your hook in there, grab a loop and make a chain. So we're creating a chain space here, so we skip a chain, insert a hook in the next chain, grab a loop and make a chain. So we're skipping a chain, so skip this chain, insert hook in the next chain and make a chain. Skip chain, insert in the next chain, make a loop and make a chain. So we do that all the way to the end. So 1 2, I'm sorry, we're making a single crochet. So 1 2, there we go. One and 2, that's the last one. Oh. Okay, so this is all it. So we made a single crochet here, or a chain if you want to call it. Okay, so we make a chain again in the last stitch. So now we're doing the return pass. So make a chain, yarn over, pull through 2, make a chain, yarn over and pull through 2, make a chain, yarn over, 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 pull through 2, and make a chain, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're making a chain between each pull through 2. If you want to keep it, if you want to keep saying that pattern and get the hang of it. Okay, so we made a chain in each stitch, between each stitch. Okay, now we're going forward pass, so we'll make a chain, insert hook between these 2 bars. So we're going to make a Tunisian knit stitch. So between these 2 bars, as you can see the stitch here, insert hook between these 2, pull at the back, grab the loop, and make a chain. So in the previous videos that I did, you actually insert a hook and grab the loop, and you keep it on the hook. This time we are grabbing the loop and making a chain. So between these 2 bars, Tunisian knit stitch, grab the loop, and make a chain. Tunisian knit stitch between the bars, grab the loop, and make a chain. Knit stitch, grab loop, make 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 chain. Now at the end of, so when you pull this apart, you can see the chain here and the chain there, the bond between it. So 1, 2, you insert your hook, grab loop, make chain at the end of the row. So we make a chain again at the end of the row. Now this is the return pass, and we pull through 2. So make chain, pull through 2, 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 make chain, pull through 2. Very nice mesh look. It's very beautiful, and it's great for springtime. So we're entering the spring warmer months and warmer seasons here in Australia and Southern Hemisphere. Okay, so now you want to do the forward pass. As usual, you make a chain. Make a chain, always on the first stitch, on the first bar. Insert hook in the knit stitch there, pull through and make a chain. Knit stitch, remember, between the bars, pull through at the back, make a chain, pull through, make a chain. So knit stitch, pull through, make a chain. Alright, so I'll do this all the way. Do it fast now, normal speed actually. Remember at the last, so that's the chain space. The middle one is where you insert your hook. Insert hook, make a chain, and then make a chain again. So 2 chains at the end for the when you are up to the return pass. Okay, and now pull through 2, chain, pull through 2, chain, pull through 2, chain, pull through 2, chain, pull through, pull through 2, chain, pull through 2, chain, pull through 2, chain, and pull through 2. There you have a nice knit stitch. The more you do it, the more it becomes contracted. So this is how my back panel looks now. It's a very nice mesh stitch, and it's very thinner. It looks just a bit thinner than crochet. When you make crochet, it's a bit chunky, the crochet, but this is just nice and thin. So this is how it looks, the back panel. And now, if you've done your back panel, we are going to divide the parts for the first for the front panels, 2 front panels. So we're going to make this like a vest or a cardi, a short sleeve cardigan for this normal warmer months. Okay, so once you've done your back panel, for I don't know how many rows you want to. Mine's pretty long. Well, knee length. Mine is up to the knees. Okay, and this is the large size. I'm doing the large size here. Okay, so I'll show you the I'll just get my crochet, what's it called, stitch markers, and I'll tell you where to do the stitch marking. Okay, so I divided it into 3 parts. Okay, so I had 108 stitches along the side, so just counted to up to 36, the 36 stitch here. So I counted by 2s because of the chain space, starting from the first bar here. Sorry, starting from the first bar here. I thought you were seeing this. So 3 parts. I divided the back panel into 3 parts because I want to continue making the front panels from the front, folding up that way. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. All right, there we go. That's better. So count 36 stitches. Put a marker there. Yep, and on the other side as well. I think I lost it. Yep. Okay, so on the other side as well. So 2 from the end of the end bar as well here. There's chains. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, 36 is there. Okay, so let's get ready for this. All right, let's get ready. So chain 1, Tunisian knit stitch between the 2 bars, remember that, and chain 1, Tunisian knit stitch, chain 1. So go all the way up to the 36th bar. Oops. Okay, I meet you at the 36th bar. Okay, so we're there. You can keep the marker in there. Okay, now for the neck panel, the neck ribbing. Okay, so in the 37th bar, we're going to make slip stitches with a chain. So we're going to close this, the neck ribbing. Okay, we're going to close it off and just continue with the front panels on the other side as well. So we continue with the front panels by skipping the neck ribbing, the neck opening, sorry. Okay, so we insert the hook in the 37th, make a knit stitch and chain 1. In the 38th, we make a knit stitch and slip stitch into the previous chain. Hang on. So knit stitch and slip stitch, chain 1. So knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1. Let's put this a bit forward. Okay, so knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1. So it gives a nice ending. If you can see that, it's a nice ending. So knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1. We'll do that all the way until we reach this 36th chain here from counting on the left side. Okay, show you one more time. So knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, knit stitch, slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, do that all the way and I'll meet you at this marker there. Okay, so we're at to the second marker, which is the second panel. So we're at the last neck bar here. So knit stitch, slip stitch, and chain 1. See, we're still holding the first panel, the front panel, sorry, on the other side of the shoulder. So we're into the other side of this shoulder, left or right, neither, either way. Okay, so knit stitch, just went through the fibers. So make sure you have a chain 1 when we did the ending of the neck opening. So knit stitch at the marker, grab a loop and chain 1, so no slip stitch. Okay, so we're at the start of the 36th chain bar, sorry. So do a knit stitch, pull through, make a slip stitch, and chain 1, so we can start off with the other side of the panel. Okay, so we continue on. It's like we're starting the like a new row, as we did from the start of the swatch. So we did a chain 1. Now we'll do a normal, we continue with the pattern. So knit stitch, chain 1, knit stitch, chain 1, okay. So see how this is, we're creating a neck opening, so we could still have the other side of the panel on the cable. Okay, so I'm going to continue to the end here and I'll meet you back. And so we're at the end, so remember it's 1, 2, so in the second, which is the middle one, make a chain and make a chain again, so 2 chains. Now the return pass, pull through 2, make a chain, pull through 2, make a chain, pull through 2, chain, pull through 2. So I'll meet you at the end where the space is here and I'll tell you what to do. Okay, so once you reach the end, just take off your hook, get another ball of yarn. So you're going to have 2 balls of yarn working on the 2 sides of the panels, the front panels, in one go. So we we will attach the yarn to the hook for the return pass. For the return pass of the other side of the panel. Just pull these a bit forward. Okay, so this is the other ball of yarn. So insert and make a chain, and then pull through 2, make a chain, pull through 2. So just continue with the pattern. Make a chain, pull through 2, make a chain, pull through 2. So just continue with the pattern, and I'll meet you at the forward pass. So we're at the end, just finishing it off, and then chain 1. Continue with the pattern. So Tunisian knit stitch, chain 1, Tunisian knit stitch, chain 1. So continue all the way to your. You can leave your stitch marker at the bar so you can know where to stop. So reach it there, and I'll tell you what to do to continue on. Okay, so we're nearly at the last. Let's pull this down. So 1, 2. Make a chain. All right. So keep it on there. Now this is the second ball of yarn. Now we go to the original ball of yarn that we continued from here. Insert the hook in there, in the loop. We move this ball of yarn aside, and we continue with the pattern. So for the starting off the next row of the other panel, the front panel, so chain 1. So always start with the chain 1, and then Tunisian knit stitch, chain 1, Tunisian knit stitch, chain 1. So continue all the way using your other ball of yarn. So one ball of yarn for each panel. So there's one here and there's one here. So each side of the panel. So you're hitting birds with you're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone, which is amazing. This is why I love this Tunisian crochet. It's just amazing. Okay, and like finishing the project in a short period of time. So we're nearly at the end. Okay, so remember just the middle stitch. So it's 1, 2, because you have a chain 1 in the middle. So chain 1, chain 2, and now pull through 2 for the return pass. Chain 1, pull through 2, chain 1, pull through 2. So all the way to have that space in there, and we'll continue on. So we're nearly at the end of the return pass of the other panel, front panel, and there we go. Just pull this a bit more because you're going to start on the other side, so I don't lose that. Now continuing from the other side. Now grab the other ball of yarn. Oh jeez. Alright, ready? So you already made a chain 1, so make another chain, just chain 2 and pull through 2, chain 1, pull through 2, chain 1, pull through 2, and just continue with the pattern, the front pass and the return pass, but just alternating your balls of yarn for each panel. And it is that simple. Okay. And here we go. Starting off with panels on each side. So one ball here, one ball on the other side, and doing on each side. Okay, so you can count the rows on the side, starting from the stitch here. You can see there the stitch. So from that row, start counting the rows from here and downwards, so your front panels can match the rows. When you fold it over, it can match the rows, all right, on the back panel. Okay, so I'll continue those and I'll meet you back for the sleeves. Okay, so now you've reached the end of the panels. We're going to cast off using the same stitch pattern. So chain 1 in the first one, Tunisian knit stitch, chain 1, yarn over, or yarn under, sorry, yarn under, and pull through as a slip stitch in the first 2 loops. So knit stitch, chain 1, yarn under, and pull through slip stitch for the 2 loops. So knit stitch, chain 1, yarn under, and slip stitch in the 2 loops. So knit stitch, chain 1, and then a slip stitch in the 2 loops. So do that for the 2 panels. So it creates a nice line where we can single crochet for the border. And once you reach to the chain area, the end of the panel, same thing, just go to the second chain. So 1, 2, make a chain, yarn under, and pull through 2 loops. Now you can cut this chain, or cut this yarn, or leave it, so we can make the single crochets all the way. Like that, or you can just tie it up, and we'll just do a touch another yarn for the borders. And same thing with the other panel, just do the same thing. Sorry, I was about to sneeze. So I just decided to cut off the yarn and just tie it off at the end. Just makes it easier, so I can manage the this sewing of the edges. Okay, there we go. Let's move this aside. Okay, so just a reminder, and then the large size here. So I kept the first stitch we did for marking the neck area. So what I did, I just followed that line. I made it as the first like bend, as you can see here, and then I counted 29 stitches, but I stopped at the 28th because of, you know, counting by twos, as we're counting the long stitch and the chain space. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I just put them together and I counted like that. 18. So line with the row, a row with row, attaching the row. 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and the 29th will be this chain space there. So but I just marked it at the 28th. Okay, so it just makes it easier. So at the after that stitch, we'll stop there at the chain space, which is the 29th. So this is the large size I'm doing. So 29th, and you mark the stitch together with these two panels, and it makes it easier to sew in these edges on the sides, and continue that on the other side as well. Okay, so with your normal single crochet hook, with your normal crochet hook, the 6mm hook, so we're just going to do single crochets or slip stitches along the edges. So I just attached the yarn to my do it the other way. Just turn it the other way, it's much easier. Okay, let's get this out the way. So as you can see, we started at the chain space, but I think I'll do one again. The chain space. Hang on a sec. Let's do. Okay, there we go. Sorry, make sure you line your rows with the other row on both edges, on both sides, back panel and the front panel. Okay, and another single crochet or a slip stitch. We'll see how it goes. I think single crochet is good at this point. Yeah, we'll do single crochets. Now you can do single crochets in the chain space like this through the stitches, or in the chain space like that. Okay, so it's just your preference, your choice. This is, hang on, I'll get there. There we go. I think chain space is stronger. So just single crochet or slip stitches, whatever your preference is, just along the edges. So it's going to be like that, if you can see that. There we go. Okay, so just along the edges. It'll be nice if it was like a bat wing thing, or just another row of single crochets as well. I'm having my ideas on the spot, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so I'll just meet you at the end. Okay, so once you've done your single crochet along the edge of the panels, we are going to make another round as well, another row, so 2 rows of single crochets, and it's going to look like this. I did this to the other side as well, so it's going to look like this. It's very nice, and you know. Okay, so let's do another round. So chain 1 and just continue single crocheting along the edge. Okay, so we are reaching the end where the sleeve is. As you can see where the stitch is here. So we are going to do single crochets along the round edge of the sleeve. So in each stitch, and so this space as well. In the space, so where the row is, the starting of the row, and this space. There's this easy, there we go. Okay, so we do this all around. I made up to 62 stitches. So once you reach the 62nd stitch, just place your marker and slip stitch and do it for 4 rounds. Because it's going to look something like this. This is the other side of the sleeve. Okay, so this is the 62nd stitch. So if you can't reach the 62 stitch, just add 2 single crochets in the chain spaces, the long chain space. So just connect it to the first. Just add the marker. So this would be the slip stitch here. So no chain ones, just go ahead and continue with the round. So we're going to do 4 rounds of single crochets along the sleeve. So all around, and it's going to look like this one here. Okay, so we've reached the end, the 4th row. So just take out the stitch, the marker, and just slip stitch in the last stitch, and I like to do it again in the other stitch. Just cut it and we'll sew in the ends later. Okay, what we're going to do is move on to the ribbing of the cardi. So this is how it looks. Just there we go. We'll sew in the ends later. Okay, so what we're going to do is the ribbing on the bottom side and on the next side as well. Okay, so we're going to attach the yarn at the edge of the panel here that we did on the edge, the edging and the ribbing. So we're going to attach the yarn at the edge here, and then just continue along this front panel, and then we continue up to the neckline and just go all around. Okay, so I just put the yarn through. You can attach the yarn however you like. Alright, I'm just going to add 2 single crochets on this edge here. Alright, now single crochet on each one. So single crochet on each chain space and the stitch we've made in the Tunisian stitch. Okay, so once you've reached the edge of the front panel, the bottom side, so I'm just do single crochet on that stitch. So see this chain space here? We are going to make 3 single crochets to make it look round. Make it 4 4 single crochets. Okay, and then continue upwards. These are kind of a bit tricky, but just just punch your needle right through your hook. Sorry, punch your hook right through and just grab it. Grab your yarn. So at the edge, just make 4 single crochets to make it look round. Continue upwards. So we're going like this. We started from here, just going to crochet all the way to the neck area, to the corner here. We'll also add 3 or 4 stitches, single crochets. We'll see how we go, and I'll tell you in the video, and the pattern as well. Okay, so we're nearly at the edge of the neckline. Alright, I'm gonna make, pretty sure 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, so it looks like from here. So single crochet all the way to the other point of the neckline there. No, let's make it 3. Let's see how it goes. Just take out 1. Alright, 3 looks good. Yeah, don't make 4, so make 3 single crochets at the corner. Oh. Yeah, just make 3 single crochets. Got 1, 2, 3, yep. 3 single crochets at the corner of the neckline, and just continue on with your single crochets along the edge, right up to the front panel of the other side, and on the back panel as well. So going all the way back into this side, connecting it to this side, the one we started on. Okay, so we're reaching at the end here. So we're reaching at the end of the other side of the panel, and just remember we are going to do 4 single crochets along this edge here. So we did that one, so 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just continue with okay, let me just find out this one. Continue along the edge of the other side of the panel, and we're going to the back as well. Okay, so we're at the edge on the other side of the panel. I'm just going to do 1 single crochet here and 1 single crochet there. And 1 in the space there, and then just continue along the back panel. So we're up to the back panel. It's easy for the back panel now because you can see the chain space and the stitch, the chain space and the stitch, so it's much easier now. Okay, we're nearly at the edge where we started from the single crochet, the first row. So we're going to do this one and this one. Okay. So I'm going to do a single crochet in the space there. And then just a slip stitch at the first single crochet where we started at the attach of the yarn we did. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. So single crochet at the edge and then slip stitch at the first stitch we made where we attached the yarn of the edge of the ribbing. And what we're going to do, we can chain 1, or you can attach a stitch marker. So you can note where we started, or the end of the row. Just trying to figure out if that looks nice or not. Yeah, nah, don't do a chain one. So once you do a slip stitch, just continue on with the row. That one, yep. Just continue on with the row of single crochets all along the ribbing line of the whole cardigan. Continue with the 4 single crochets, like just single crochets in each single crochet. It's very simple, and this is how it's going to look. Nice round shape. So just continue along the way of the ribbing, and we'll see